welcome to Bogan Baker. Today we're going to make pasta. So it's not as difficult as it sounds, you know, sometimes I always thought it was a difficult thing to make, but it's not. And with, you know, all this insanity around with the virus, you can only have one packet of pasta from the supermarket. Make your own, super easy, really not that hard. So we're going to start with 2 cups of flour. So we've got the self-raising flour, we're just going to pop that in here. So sometimes when you watch cooking demonstrations and cooking shows, the old nonnas will just put this flour straight onto the bench and just mix it that way. You can do that, not a problem at all. I feel like I'm in a bit of a snow cloud here with all the powder for the dust. Okay, so we've done that. Now to that we're going to add 3 eggs. I've lost my eggs. I do that, put stuff down, I forget where I put it. So always make sure you do crack your eggs into a cup. Just going to give that a little bit of a, break that up a little bit, make it a bit easier. So in the centre of your flour, we're just going to make a little well, a little hole in the middle. We're going to pour your liquids into that. Okay, so number 2, pour that in, and number 3. Now, for dinner tonight we're having Italians. We're going to have pasta. I'm going to make some herb bread as well. So that's all that in there. And then we have a 1/4 cup of oil. So because we're having herb bread and stuff like that, I want my pasta to have a little bit of flavour in as well, not just bland pasta. So I'm actually adding the roasted garlic smash and some zing olive oil. So the zing is a nice fresh citrus kind of oil, so we only need a small amount of that one. Put that in there, and then we're just going to fill that measuring cup up with the roast garlic smash. Now I wish you guys could smell this. Oh, yum. My theory is the only people in the world that don't like garlic are vampires, and I don't like vampires, so they're not invited for dinner. Okay, so just going to get your hands in there, and we're just going to mix all that around. Okay, so just use your fingers, just mix it around. If you're making pasta, good idea to take jewellery off. Okay, because all this will just get stuck in your jewellery, in your ring, and your settings and all that kind of stuff. So just going to mix that up. So you can feel it starting to come together, and then just give it a squeeze. Okay? It's a bit like making mud pies when we were kids. Get in there, get your hands dirty, enjoy the process, very therapeutic. I'm just going to squeeze all that together. So it's starting to come together. I'm just going to put a little bit of flour on my table. I'm just going to tip all that out. Okay, so it's all stuck to me, but that's fine. So you'll notice it is quite dry and it's sort of crumbling, but that's okay. It will come together. Okay, so don't look at it and think, oh God, I've nuffed it up and I need to throw it away and start again. Just keep squeezing it together. Okay? Just wipe all this off my hands. So see, it is a bit like making mud pies. Nice and messy. Scoop all that up. Bring all that dry stuff in. Squeeze as much of that into your dough as possible. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just, for the sake of the shortness of the video, I'm just going to get rid of all this dry stuff. Okay, so we've got our dough. So what we need to do now is we need to knead this. So you need to do that for at least 6 minutes. Okay, so if you don't knead it for 6 minutes, your pasta's really not going to be as good as it could be. So you'll get a little bit of dry stuff every now and again. So kneading. So when you knead, you're using this part of your hands. You get the dough and you push with this and push it into the table. Just like that. So you're going to do that for 6 minutes. So this is really good, like if your old man's really pissed you off and you really want to get rid of some frustration. Your kids are really giving you the shites because they've sent them home from school and you're self-isolated and everyone's just riding your nuts. Get your frustrations out on your dough. Okay? So, what I've done is I've actually put mine in my bread maker. So if you have a bread maker, there is a dough section. So it will knead it for you, saves your hands. So this is one that I've prepared earlier. Now this one's just come out of the bread maker, so you can see it's a lot softer, it's looking a lot better. So that's what we want, a nice ball of dough like that. So with that, now we're going to wrap it in some cling wrap. I'm going to pop that in the fridge for about 30 minutes. So we need it to chill. We're just going to wrap that up. Pop that in the fridge for half an hour, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to pop it through the machine. Okay, so see you soon. Okay, so our pasta has been sitting in the fridge for about half an hour. We're just going to take it out now and we're going to finish off. So you'll notice now it's got a nice, sort of like a shine to it. Okay, so a little bit of flour on the board. So what I'll do is I'm just going to cut it off into fours. Just makes my life a bit easier. I'm just going to pop this out here, okay. Okay, roll that around. A bit of a squeeze. Just going to press that out. So we're going to roll it out. I'll just shift my flour out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So if you don't have one of these pasta machines, then you can just take the time and use your rolling pin and you can roll it out. It will take obviously a little bit more time. You do want your pasta to be quite thin and just keep it well floured. Okay. Okay, so now if you're like me, you've got one of these old style Tupperware rolling pins, you can take that off, fill that up with cold water, icy water out of the fridge. Also gives you a little bit of weight, also makes rolling out your dough a little bit better. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to put the handle in. I'm just going to cut that into a strip so that it goes through the machine a little easier. Now I'm going to adjust it to the thickest setting to start with, and then we're going to adjust it down. Okay. So what I might do, so I misjudged that. Let me just move this over a bit so it's a bit easier for you guys to see what it is that I'm doing. There we go. It'll make it a bit easier for you to see what I'm doing. So we're just going to run that through on the highest setting for a couple of times. Okay. Now just excuse the noise in the background, my bread cooker's just kicked back in again. So obviously the bread that we made earlier has done its first rise and it is now getting its second little touch up. Okay, so we're going to change that down to the next setting. And we're just going to keep doing that until it's the thickness that we want. Now, I would probably, for lasagna and ravioli, probably leave it at about that thickness. So what I wanted to show you, because we've got that done, I bought this little machine off wish.com. It's for making biscuits, and I haven't tried it yet, so I'm going to try it out today. So if you wanted to make ravioli, whoop, might help if you actually hold the pastry, girlfriend. Yeah. Maybe go a bit slower. But like, there's your little ravioli bits. So you can use those. This does come in a couple of different sizes. There is a larger one. That one didn't work real well. But there you go. So you can pop your little bit of meat in there, pop your other one on top, and there's your little ravioli. So that little tool, quite handy to have. That you can just squeeze back up, roll out, put it back through the machine. So if you wanted to do, say, fettuccine or spaghetti noodles, something like that, just going to move this back down this way, because this time it's going to come out on this side. So we're going to add this attachment. might just cut that in half. I'm going to pop it through, whoops, put the handle in. We're going to run that through. So that then is going to give you sort of like your fettuccine type noodles. Okay? So if we change that, pop that in to the next one. Pop that in this one here. Now that gives you more, almost like your 2-minute noodle size noodles. So you can cut those, you know, however you like. So they only take, so when you're going to go to cook them, so you've already made your pasta, you're going to go and you're going to cook it, you've got your water boiling, well salted. It's a personal thing with the oil. So if you want to put oil in your water, put oil in your water. If you don't, don't. There's no hard and fast rules. I don't mind a little bit of oil, especially the flavoured oil in your water. They only take a couple of minutes. So normally your dried pasta that you're buying from the shops, like your San Remo's and your Cold Brine and that sort of stuff, they take probably about 8 to 10 minutes. These ones will take, I don't know, 2 minutes, won't take long at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this last little bit off. So I'm going to leave it a little bit thicker this time. I'm going to have another go at this because it's not going to wing. So we go nice and slow, and that worked a little bit better. There we go. See little ravioli bits. And there you go. So how easy is that? So much easier, so you don't have to stress about them not having pasta at the shops. Now if you haven't got one of these machines and you want to buy one, just have a look on the internet. I got this from Robin's Kitchens, probably about a month, 2 months ago. It was on special. They have Afterpay. You can't get any easier than that. And it makes making your pasta so very simple. So I'm just going to continue on with the rest of the dough that we made and sort out my pasta for my dinner. And then when we come back, my bread should be done because I've only got just under 2 hours for the bread. So we'll talk to you soon. Bye.